Science Center. I'm here with our Director of Education, Olga.
Hello.
And we are doing another take-home science kit. So, Olga, tell us what we're talking about today. I see we got our kit here. And what are we talking about?
Today we are talking about the human body. So, human anatomy. And it's really, really cool because obviously, you know, we see other people, we see ourselves, we wake up in the morning, we get dressed, you know, we see all different parts of our body, we breathe, we have hair, and you know, I think we take it for granted many times, and we're going to dive into what's in our kit and just see what our bodies are made of.
Awesome. All right. So, first step, we need to open up our kit here, and we actually got a couple of the stuff out already. So we got our human anatomy kit right here, this box. We'll open that up in a second. We got this page right here,
Yeah. So
and our ever important book. So let's see. We got our first page of the book is our little pre-test. Don't worry, it's a fun little test. We kind of want to see, you know, what you learn, right?
Exactly. So we like to, when we do our take-home science kits, and we have a little booklet that's provided for you, just for the viewers at home to take a few minutes to just read the questions and answer, and try to answer them. And what happens if they don't know an answer?
That's fine, just put, I don't know, because if you actually knew all the answers already, there's no point in us teaching you.
Absolutely.
So go ahead and put, I don't know for that one. And then later on, exact same test. So we're going to try and teach you something. Watch this video, do your little project here, and take the same exact test again. See if you learned it.
Yeah.
All right, so let's go ahead and flip to the first page here.
Right here.
All right, so the human body. So Olga, tell us a little bit about what this lesson is.
All right, so there's a lot obviously to the human body, and we can't get through all of the human body today. That would be super cool if we can, but we'd be here for hours and hours and days because there's so much to our bodies. But we're going to go over a few things here and there. First off, you know, we're just going to talk about a few of important body systems that are in our bodies. There are actually 11 systems that we have. We're not going to go through all of them. We're just going to really describe very briefly. The most important three that we'll talk about today just a little bit is the circulatory system, which pumps blood through our body and is able to get blood everywhere, allow that oxygen to get to all of our bodies so our body could, you know, be in equilibrium and could work properly. The respiratory system. Do you have an idea what the respiratory system might be about? What does it involve? What kind
I think that's about breathing, right?
Breathing, of course, our lungs, our nose. So allows us to move oxygen into our bloodstream as well. And then the muscular system, that's the third system that we will learn about today. And it's just, you know, what do you think the muscular system is? Maybe
How we move.
our muscles, how we move, right? Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
So, and then, you know, we got digestive, immune system, urinary system, and a few other ones, reproductive, skeletal, that are in here that you could look in the book as well.
Great.
There's 11 of them.
All right, so if we move along, it says first is nervous system and skeletal systems. So tell us, you know, what is the nervous system?
Yeah, exactly. So the nervous system, think about it. You know, you say like, oh, I'm a little nervous. You know, you having some thoughts in your mind, right? So the nervous system just is able to control everything that we do. So when we walk, when we're thinking, when we're feeling, when we're breathing, electrical pulses are going through our bodies from our brain, all through our spinal cord and into all different receptors around our fingers and our toes, and it's able to control how the things that we do. So that's, you know, our nervous system.
Very
and there's
cool.
a very cool picture that I really like in the booklet. it's got the brain, and all those electrical pulses, and they're just all different colors. I think that's really fascinating, just because there's so many pulses that are going all through us.
Excellent. And then also below that, there's this picture of the skeleton. So that means I guess we're going to talk about skeletal systems.
Yes,
So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, so what I really think is cool about the skeletal system is I think that even as a kid, just everyone's first memory when they learn about the human body is that infamous skeleton, right? You know, just you see a skull, you see arms, you see rib cages, a spinal cord, and that is what our body is made up of. Bones. There's 206 that bones in our body, and they're able to give us shape. So not only, you know, are we able to stand up tall because we have bones in our body, but if we didn't have those bones, we would fall flat to the ground like noodles. And
Like jellyfish.
yeah, and how are we going to, I mean, it might look cool for a minute, but you know, if you're trying to get up, go to work, go to school, go, you know, play on the playground, go do something, you can't walk, you can't do much because you have your bones. And also, not only is it, you know, just to give you shape, it's to protect your other organs that, you know, we'll look at as well in the kit as well.
Imagine that's what your ribs are for, right?
Yeah, exactly. So,
protect all that stuff on the
you know,
inside.
think about, you know, if you're like on a soccer team or you're playing, you know, kickball outside or something, and a ball, and accidents happen, but a ball could, you know, hit you in the back. Ow, that, you know, that hurts, but you have all those bones and that rib cage that will protect that ball, you know, hitting against really important organs that would, you know, really, if they're damaged, you know, could really injure you and could be very, very serious. But that's why I have those bones.
Yeah, very good. All right. So next we got.
Let's see. So we have over here as well, we have our muscular system. So what's really cool about the muscular system is it's muscles. And I think what a lot of folks may not realize at first is when you think of muscles, you think someone that's, you know, like a bodybuilder. And it's not, everyone has muscles, and you have so many of them, and they're working all the time, and you don't even think about it. We have over 600 muscles
Wow.
that are in our bodies, and they're controlled by nerves, and they're controlled by communications of how nerves are being controlled and going through our whole body. So, you know, if I pick up this box, it doesn't seem like I'm using every muscle in the world. I'm using so many muscles in my arms, in my back, my lower back, and those nerve impulses from my brain are telling my muscles to pick something up. And what's really neat also is that muscles are attached to your bones as well. So, you know, muscles, they contrast with one another. When they contrast, they get shorter, and, you know, they elongate, and they usually work together in pairs as well. Very important for us to have muscles.
Yep, of course. It keeps us doing everything.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, so there's a cute little baby right there. It says, "Did you know a baby's body has about 300 bones at birth?" Wait a minute, but you said 206 earlier, right?
I did, yes. So babies are actually a lot more durable and flexible than we might think. Now, if you have a little baby brother at home, that doesn't mean, you know, toss them around. No, we still have to be very fragile with babies, but they have a lot of cartilage in their bodies that actually, you know, when they're born, their bones aren't they aren't solidified. They're not as hard yet. They haven't hardened yet, so they have a lot more cartilage, and they start off with 300 bones, and they're a lot more softer. And then as they get older, those bones, they formate more
Fuse
and
together?
fuse together with other bones, and then they have 206. I know with babies, they usually have like a soft spot on their skull. That's why they say you have to be very, very careful, you know, picking up a baby by its head, because it's not as hard as, you know, my skull, but I have to be careful with my head as well.
So then the next thing it says, your heart beats about 100,000 times a day.
Yes, exactly. So, you know, our heart has a lot of blood that's going in and out through our body and to our body, and, you know, you hear that, and it's beating about thousands and thousands, 100,000 times a
So it
day.
says here, that means it sends 2,000 gallons of blood throughout your body.
Think about 1 gallon of milk.
Every year.
It's a lot.
This is a funny one. You produce enough saliva, that's your spit. You produce enough saliva to fill 2 bathtubs a year.
Exactly.
Wow.
So, you have a lot of fluids that are going all over your body and through, your blood and spit, and it sounds gross, but your body needs these things in order to maintain an equilibrium, meaning to level everything out and make sure that you're doing okay, that you're surviving, that you're healthy.
And it says your body has more than 600 muscles. Oh, this is a good one. And I think Olga might be a good example of this one. Your strongest muscle is your jaw. Olga likes to talk.
I love to talk, yeah.
And eat.
So, oh yeah, I love to eat. I don't like
I'm the
being hungry.
eater, she's the talker.
I'm hangry. Sean gets hangry. Absolutely.
Let's see. The gluteus maximus is the largest muscle in your body.
That's your butt.
Butt?
Your butt, that's
Your butt is the largest muscle, the gluteus
His
maximus.
right there.
The strongest bone in your body is the femur, which is located above your knee. So that's the one from your hip to your knee.
Let's get this guy out over here. Yeah, so right there. And also what I like the funny bone because it's called your humerus right here in your arm. You hit your funny bone, you say, ow!
It's not very funny sometimes.
Sometimes. It's not. It's funny if you hit your funny bone, and I'll laugh, but.
Yeah. All right, so that's our basic little lesson. And I think we're going to be moving on now to our actual project. So if you want, make sure that you've done, hopefully you've already done your pre-test. Go ahead and get your box out, get all that ready, and go ahead and hit pause if you need to, and we will be back in just a minute.
All right.
All right, everybody, we are back. So hopefully you got your little kit out here. In our book, it says the directions. The Human Anatomy Kit has its very own instructions. So you're going to grab this out of your Human Anatomy box and then follow the instructions and see if you can build your own model. Now I'm going to go ahead and let Olga start reading those instructions a little bit and get you started on this, and then we will cut again and see what we got after that. All right, Olga, so go ahead and grab the book there and tell us what we're supposed to do.
All right, so we have this little booklet that comes into the box that is in your science kit. So the book has really self-explanatory directions that we're just going to talk about a little bit. And also what I really like about this provided booklet is along with our booklet that we provided and created for you, we have this booklet that also shows a little bit more detail about the skeleton and the muscles. So you have in the yellow font the bones, and then right here you have in the peach colored font you have muscles as well. And before you get started with the directions, it's good to go turn to page 3. It has the internal organs. So what I was mentioning earlier about the skeletal system and all the bones, you have, it's on top of your internal organs. It protects those organs. So, in case you get hit by something, your lungs, your stomach, your heart, and your kidneys are protected as well. So it has a little bit of a brief description what each one of those internal organs do and why it's very important for our body. And then, before we start putting our book together as well, we have this worksheet that we did provide for you. It's a picture of a little guy over there, and he has different organs and muscles, and your heart, your liver, esophagus, your lungs. So that's a good little reference to knowing where your organs are at. And you can go ahead and color it. You can color code it. Make it your own so the parts of the body make sense to you. So you can get a good visual idea of where they're located as well. All right, so we are going to start by getting this guy out of the box, right there. All right, so you want to do this over a table, so in case you open it, if anything falls out, you know, it doesn't just fall on the ground somewhere, and you get everything out. So this is this guy's exterior, which is his skin, right? So half of it is clear, so we can see what's going on inside your body, and then you have the skin, which is our biggest organ. Did you know that the skin, that our skin is considered an organ? And it's the biggest one in our body as well. When we think of organ, we think of something that's inside of our body, but that's the biggest one. Pretty cool. All right. So first thing what we're going to do is we're going to prepare the first part of the body made up of the internal organs and attach the heart, lungs, liver, and stomach securely all together. So get out your little bag of organs. Kind of weird to say, but we're going to get it out. Because I have a nice tabletop right here, I'm just going to dump your organs on the table. All right, so we have our heart right here. Your heart's actually the size of your fist. So take your fist, put it right here towards the left side a little bit. That's how big your heart is. It's a fun fact. All right, so we have our heart right there. Now what we're gonna do is, then we're gonna get out our lungs. Our lungs are right here, these two little purple pieces as well. And then we are going to, you have two holes right here in the lungs, and then you have two like little sticks that are sticking out of the heart. So we're gonna push that in there right there. Might be this way. No, there we go. Okay, so this longer piece on top, like this longer stick, is facing the top. So then this is on top as well. Actually, there we go. So that's your first part right there to step one, first part of step one. I know there's a lot to it, but bear with us. We're gonna have a really cool skeleton, or a whole cool guy with the whole human body when we're done. All right. So then we have our liver right here. And the liver filters out toxic substances. Produces bile, which helps digest fats. Here we go, there's our liver. And now we have our stomach. So our stomach is this sac-like looking thing, and it's where you digest your food. It's kind of funny because when I was always younger, I always thought the stomach was, you know, your whole stomach right here, you know, the part of the abs and your sides and all of that. But really, the stomach is just this little sac-like organ right there. It's a lot smaller than you would think. All right, so that's step one right there, our internal organs. Now we are going to put together the skeleton, the bones that go over these four organs. All right. So the first thing what we are going to do is let's take the ribs, our rib cage. All right. So we're going to put that over the right rib cage. We're going to put over the right lung, and then right here this left rib cage. We're going to put over the left lung, and then we are going to find right there in the back. Flip it over, that should snap together. You can see it right there. You know what? I got this upside down. All right, we're gonna try this again. And it's okay because scientists make mistakes. It happens. All right, so the front right here, which has this bone right here going down, that's gonna be in the front. So what's really nice about this lesson, if something doesn't snap on very easily, you probably didn't do it correctly, and that's okay. All right, so then this is how it looks like so far with the ribs right there. All right, now what do we have to do? Then
Looking pretty cool so far, Olga.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think what we'll go ahead and do right now is we'll go ahead and pause. You guys can continue going through your book, and after you get your cool little guy put together there, we will join you in a second. So take your time, put your little man together, and we'll see you soon. All right, everybody, we are back, and Olga's got her cute little man made right here. Put it down here for you to see.
look at that.
So
Awesome.
pretty neat. That's a pretty neat project. Cool model. You can put it in your bedroom or something.
Yeah.
Slightly creepy, but it's okay.
On the last page right here, yeah, it's actually saying there was a bag of organs, so just get it out of the box. It's all to make this cool little guy and to see what's in our bodies and what our bodies are made of. Right here on the last page, what I think is really neat is also the muscles. Shows you how the muscles work. It's kind of an overview of what we described earlier and the 3 types of muscles: striated, smooth, and cardiac. You can read all about it in there as well. So you got 2 really cool booklets to kind of go off of.
Cool. And then we got this piece of paper here. So tell us what this is.
Yeah, so like I mentioned earlier, now that you have your model, your guy all put together, you have a worksheet right here that shows the different organs, and if you can try to locate them, just because now that you have your model complete, it's able to kind of see a lot easier where everything is. You have small intestines, you have your liver, you have your lungs, and you can try to kind of piece everything together and see where everything is. And if you have some crayons or markers at home, you want to color code it, you can go ahead and do so as well. And bonus, if you want to do it also, you have 2 booklets now with this kit. You can even make a few notes and just say what you've learned, what the organs, what function they have to your body as well, to challenge yourself a bit.
Very, very cool. All right, so I think we pretty much have covered it, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yes. So
Great.
there's a lot more to the human body, but here's a good start.
Yeah.
Just the basics.
Don't forget to take that little post test that we have in there so we can see if you learned anything. And then if you bring it back with you, when you pick up your next kit, bring back that pre and post test. We can see if you learned it. Big thing, share these posts too, because we're going to have our Science Daily posts that we have going on. Always share those. If you're not a fan on Facebook, make sure you follow us. Keeps update on all these kits we got going on here. Lots of cool things happening here at the Science Center. If you can make a financial donation, go to www.hosc.org. Click that donate button. Every little bit helps. But like I said, the biggest way to help is to follow us on Facebook and share all our posts, because we got lots of exciting educational things going on, and we keep on adding more. So definitely do that. Yeah, this one was pretty cool. That's a interesting little model that we got there. So thank you very much, Olga, for sharing this with us.
Thank you. It was absolutely fun.
We will see you guys next